Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Liz and this is Let's Get Lizicle, where we do everything card making. And today I'm going to show you how to mass produce individual cards, which you're like, excuse me, what? But for me, I don't mass produce the same cards over and over again. I do switch it up between them, like I can do the same layout and do it in different colors, or I can do different layouts on the same kind of like design for our card base. So today we're going to be doing that with this adorable little ghost. I've already cut out all the pieces. And then this is just a way to keep everything individual. I don't like to mass produce the same card over and over again. I like everybody to receive separate individual cards that are, you know, custom to them or just different from the others that I give out. Like you could do a whole bunch of these in different colors. I decided to do them in Halloween colors. So of course I use the A2 deckled edge frames from Honeybee as usual, because it's like my new favorite die. And I did it in the Halloween colors. You could add black to this too if you wanted to. But I'm going to do it just in these three colors. I cut out 3 ghosts with the banners, and then I also cut the banners out in all 3 colors, and then we're going to mix and match them for each card. So you'll see what I mean after, but I will move over to a voiceover and you guys can watch me create these cards. Hey guys, so apologies if this export's weird, but right now the video is looking like it's a stop motion where I've like taken a bunch of photos and put them together quickly to make a video out of it, but could just be my program at the moment. It is being a little bit screwy, and as you saw on my camera earlier, it just like went blue for some reason, so I do need to look into that and see what is causing this issue and maybe download a different program to film through. I do film through a Logitech camera, but on my computer, like directly. I know a lot of people do it on separate cameras. I used to do it on my phone. My phone was actually really good quality for filming, but it was just annoying because I couldn't get calls or messages or anything through while I was filming, which I don't want an issue with in case there's an emergency in the family or something and I need to respond. So I like to film through this camera, but it's been screwing up lately, so apologies. But anyway, so for these cards, I am going through kind of like mass production of the same card, but we're going to make them individual because, as I mentioned, I really don't like to make the same cards over and over again. I want everyone to have their own individual cards, and just like slight differences make them individual to me. This might not be the case to other people, but for me, as long as the colors are different, it still looks like a different card. So I count that as being like its own kind of thing. Like I know we're doing the exact same layout and the same colors, but we're doing them in different kind of combinations and stuff. So that's kind of how I get around doing the like mass production of one card, but making them individual. I do the same with my Christmas cards. Like I'll make anywhere between 2 to 4 usually of the same design, and then I just change up the colors in between. For Christmas cards, I tend to do like traditional red and green, and then I'll do like a blue option. Sometimes I'll do a purple option, like a light lavender purples and stuff. And then for these particular cards, we're just going to change up the colors of the background and then mix and match the like little banners on the sentiments. Like I could have done the banners like all one color. On the cards, you'll see I'm mixing all 3 colors for all 3 cards so that they get a little bit of color. So the middle color on the banner will become like the background color for the card, which you'll see here in a bit. And then for the envelopes, I didn't have any that were like pre-made in these particular colors, so I ended up making my own. If I don't have envelopes in the colors that I want, I tend to use the Michael's Recollections 65-pound cardstock, and I'll make my own. I have the envelope punch board from We Are Memory Keepers, and it's a really great tool to help make your own envelopes. I made a whole bunch of them out of some designer paper I got from Michael's like a long time ago. It's like actually paper. It's not cardstock, but I have a whole bunch of them, but they're like certain themes and colors. Like one was birthday pack and the other one was like a travel / family pack. So they don't necessarily go with the other occasions. So in this case, I took these same 3 colors that I used for the banners and the backgrounds, because they're all the 65-pound cardstock from Michaels, and I made matching envelopes with them, but then I mixed and matched the envelopes as well. So the envelopes are kind of matching to the second O in the banner, the one on the right, and the one on the left is just kind of like an accent color for each panel. So like this one here, you'll see the purple had like the purple in the middle, the green was first, so that one is just like the accent color, and then the orange was the third color in the banner, so we use that one for an envelope, which you'll see in the final photos. I mean, the final photos, I always crop out the envelopes, and then I quote-unquote make envelopes out of just the box in Illustrator and put them there, because like sometimes I don't have the envelopes I want for cards, and I'll just put them with a plain envelope, like a white one, and then when I go to edit my photos, I try to make them look obviously more aesthetically pleasing. So I just pick a color that I would like to coordinate it with, even if it's not really available. I have also ink blended plain envelopes, and that works. It's a little bit more difficult because you kind of need like a cardboard insert in the envelope when you do it, just so you don't end up with the bumps and like the lines you kind of get when you do the ink blending from like the back of it, if you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever ink blended an envelope, you'll see that the folds that are on the back of the envelope, like where you put in the card, you like kind of see those lines. And then for the sentiments for all 3 of these, we're going to do them exactly the same. I could have done the same where I mixed and matched colors, but I just decided to keep them plain black on white, and I'm stamping my Happy Halloween stamp from my Happy Haunting stamp set, and then I'm just going to die cut them. I stamped it 4 times, I only needed 3, but I was here, so I might as well cut an extra one just in case. Sometimes die cutting goes askew and you need an extra, so it's good to stamp them while I have them here. And I'm just going to rotate the panel and do it 4 times, and then whatever is left over here, I just save scraps and stamp different images on them later. I could also like just fill this card with these stamped sentiments and then save them for later, but I only did the 4 for now, so I have 1 extra. And yeah, that's pretty much our cards. I didn't add any like special embellishments or anything. I wanted to keep them pretty plain. I did prop up the back panels on the 1mm thickness foam tape from scrapbook.com. I have like the 1-inch wide one. So I put 3 strips of that on the back of the matte panel. And then for the Happy Halloween sentiment and the ghosts, I am propping those up on some thicker foam tape. I think that one was from the dollar store. Sometimes when you go into the hardware department in the dollar store, they'll have foam tape for mounting pictures and stuff, or posters on the walls and that kind of thing. So once in a while I'll grab a roll from there if I want something a little bit thicker. This one's probably 2mm thickness, maybe. Like it's a little bit higher than the 1mm, but it's not too thick. I think I have my foam dots are a bit thicker than this, so they're probably like 2.5 to 3mm. And then this one's about like 2mm thickness. And then again, the one that I'm using on these panels is 1mm thickness. So it just adds a little bit of height to the panel. And then we add extra height to the ghosts and the sentiments. And then again, that's it for today. Like I didn't add any embellishments just in case I do decide to donate these later. Maybe for next year, we'll see. I have a whole bunch of Halloween cards that I need to give out, and I'm thinking I might just like sign a bunch of them and take them into my office, and then just have people just pick based on the envelope. And that way I'm not specifically giving a card to a person, and they're kind of like, it's kind of like a surprise package. I think that would be fun. There's some of them that I might give specifically, because there's some that I think would go well with certain people, but then the rest of the office can kind of like pick what they want, and then they get like a surprise. I think it would be fun, so we'll see. Maybe I'll do something like that. I do have about 3 dozen Halloween cards though, because I keep making them and keep forgetting to give them out. So I will be doing that, and also giving them to my family and stuff, probably this weekend, and I'll see what we can do with the rest of them. I did donate some to sick kids, but if there's any embellishments or sequins or shaker cards, like obviously we can't do that because you don't want the kids picking them off and trying to put them in their mouths or whatever. So I just donated what I could, and then kept everything else to give away on my own. So yeah, we'll be doing that. But anyway, thanks again for joining me for today, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe because I'd love to have you here. And until next time, thanks guys. Bye.